My camping trip got ruined by a power-tripping park ranger, so I made sure she never forgot the rulebook she loves so much. Last summer, my buddies Kellen, Darius, and I planned this epic week-long camping trip to Redwood State Park. We've been planning for months, had all our permits, and were ready for the best week of our lives. Everything was perfect until we met Ranger Whitmore. We arrived at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, found our designated campsite, and started setting up. About 20 minutes in, this ranger rolls up in her golf cart like she's patrolling a maximum security prison. She introduced herself as Senior Ranger Whitmore and immediately started rattling off violations. Our tent was apparently 6 inches over the site boundary line. Our cooler was 3 feet from where it should be according to Regulation 4720BA. Our firewood bundle wasn't the park-approved type, even though we bought it at the park entrance. For every tiny infraction, she'd pull out this massive binder and cite specific codes. She wrote us 3 warnings in the first hour. The guys wanted to just deal with it, but then she said something that made my blood boil. She told us that young people like us never respect nature and probably shouldn't be allowed in state parks without supervision. Then she smiled and said she'd be checking on us every single day to make sure we followed every single rule. That's when I had my idea. I spent that entire evening reading through the park's regulations online, all 247 pages. Turns out, rangers are required to follow protocols too, strict ones. I made a list. The next morning at 6 a.m., exactly when quiet hours ended per Regulation 12.4, I reported to the ranger station that I'd seen mountain lion tracks near our site. Regulation 89 requires immediate investigation and area inspection by qualified personnel. Whitmore had to hike out and inspect. Found nothing, of course, but couldn't prove I didn't see tracks. At 9 a.m., I requested a mandatory water quality test for our site's nearest water source. Regulation 34.7C states, campers can request this anytime. Takes 2 hours to complete. At noon, I filed a formal complaint about the bathroom facilities being 0 degrees below the required temperature standard. Regulation 56 mandates a full facility review. At 3 p.m., I reported a diseased tree within 50 feet of our campsite. Regulation 71 requires a certified arborist evaluation. I did this every single day. Different regulations, all legitimate requests, all requiring her immediate attention per park policy. By day 3, she was spending 6 hours daily dealing with my compliance requests. Her supervisor started asking why she wasn't completing her normal round. On day 5, Whitmore came to our site looking exhausted. She asked if we could talk. I smiled and said sure, as long as it didn't violate Regulation 23 about harassment of campers. She actually laughed, then apologized. She admitted she'd been dealing with some difficult campers the week before and took it out on us unfairly. She asked if I'd stop filing reports, we agreed, and she left us alone the rest of the trip. Best part? On our last day, we saw her giving a group of actual problem campers a citation, and when they complained, she said, "Trust me, it could be much worse. I know someone who knows this rulebook better than I do." We still go camping there every year, and Whitmore always waves when she sees us. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done when someone underestimated you?